Alright, we cap-tied them. Whether I get a shield or not, I'm pretty happy. Okay. Bit of an interesting predicament. Licky Licky is very, very valuable. Tinkaton a bit less so, but Discharge doesn't really do any damage. So I think we go tank here. Or...
Yo, Sebastian, welcome in. Oh, I've got Henry's stream playing in the background. Lavender Unicorn, hello. Miss Carmander, long time no see. Welcome in. I have Henry stream because he's still going, and I don't want to... I've been watching his stream. I don't want to, like, queue him. So we're going to try and avoid queuing Henry when he queues. Reverse sniping. Reverse sniping. I'm still kind of figuring out this this YouTube thing. When I try to it like goes to a different setting when I try to start the simul stream, but that's fine. I can just manually change this. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We've got the league switch. Sebastian coming in from the YouTube side today. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Huh. Wids, what's up? Steelerino. Do that. And Ferret Ola. How are you today? Gonna get into these battles in just a moment. I'm at about 3,000 elo today. Oh yeah, like the test great league, yeah. We can try that at some point. I didn't know they were doing that. That's crazy. Because they have had some people like play testing behind the scenes, and unless I missed the memo, I didn't know they were like adding that. But it makes sense to test it, get more feedback is always good. Shadow, what's up, dude? Welcome, welcome. My little background music should be at a decent volume, I think. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm going to try not to queue Home Slice. Oh. I had an idea for a team today of this. Kind of like ABA to... or ABB to Tinkaton. So if we see a Tinkaton lead, we've got our Gator safe swap. We go from there. Andy. K. Kelsey, welcome in. Corsola. With the sunglasses. I'll shield, I guess. If he doesn't have an obvious answer, we'll preserve some health here. Comes in with a Gastrodon. Interesting. He lets me double up here, which puts him in an awkward spot. Okay, just lets it go. Corsola should be one away, because I think they threw immediately at first. Oh, what if it's like a Talonflame? Shoot. That kind of makes sense. Take this. Maybe I should have let Gator go and absorbed on Fort. Okay. Not ideal, but I feel like Fort might be able to clean this up for us. Let's just get off another Chilling Water. I mean, that seems kind of helpful. They want residual energy for whatever our last Pokemon is. So they're at what, like 9, 10, 11, 99 energy. We let this go. And then we come in right away. We don't throw energy. We force him to throw first. Not that we could have thrown anyway, but maybe he bulldozes just to leave. No, he goes for the hammer. There we go. Good start. Good little start. With a W. Yeah, look at that. Preview Cup Experimental. Very interesting. Yo, what's up, TZ? The Preview Cup is playing like at 2 times, really? How so? Like the game feels faster? Catches on Empoleon. Not ideal. What's annoying is I don't get the farm down here. What I could have maybe done is like sand to him immediately, and then if he shields, I get there, but we're gonna shield. Malamar Emp, maybe like Tinkaton in the back. I'll let it go. We'll see if I regret this. This might have been a pointless Chilling Water. He does save a lot of energy. Whoa, is that a shiny Aegislash? Wait, what? I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know it had a shiny. get the final shield. He's debuffed, so I feel like I should live. And maybe I kind of have to save my shield here. He has a lot of energy, however, on Malamar. I think this is the play, is actually shielding and then swapping here. Yeah. Because if I let that go, he might get to double foul play against my Florges, which might be enough with the Psy Waves. Make sure I don't Q against Home Slice. If I had Q'd instantly there, I might have sniped Home Slice on accident. I don't want to snipe him. Although he has been changing his team, so there's a good chance I actually wouldn't know what he was running anymore. The Shiny was out with Kalos Tour, and that's what everyone was going for. Well, I just exposed myself as being a casual. I expose myself every other stream of being a casual. TZ says the whole battle goes way faster. DRE applies always, and you can notice when the opponent uses a shield or switch when you're charging the chart attack. Interesting. Yeah, I have done a little bit of playtesting, but not enough, and not like often enough to notice everything. Also, TZ, if you have some time later this week, I'm competing in a local tournament this weekend, and I kind of wanted to get in some scrims for my local tournament. Lucas. The Jellymeister. This is where Trailblaze comes in handy. With Disarming Voice, Jellicent just kind of out-neutrals Florges. Like kinda local. Depends how you define local, Man on the Planet, but... Okay, I'm gonna do something controversial. Oh, okay, lets me throw. Catch on Gator. I mean, it might be a Shadow Ball, but we keep some energy on Florges. That could potentially be useful. Shadow Ball's still gonna hurt. I'm gonna shield, actually. Ooh. This is good. Because we keep alignment in a way. We get off double Hydro Cannon. He doesn't go for a CMP. This isn't going to be enough, unfortunately, but it'll put it low. And I'm going for the Chilling Water versus the Trailblaze to take less here. However, you could argue maybe Trailblaze would have been a better play. I don't know. But Trailblaze wouldn't have been quite enough either. Oops. Okay, this could get a little bit awkward because of the energy that he was able to bank. Ah. Chilling Water would have been nice there. It's alright, though. Yeah, we're in a pretty tough spot here. We're in a pretty tough spot here. He's got so much energy on the dig. Oh, God. He's got a fire punch loaded. I don't know what to do. Dang it, dude. I like need a move, but I can't knock it out. There was probably some sort of win con there. Oh my gosh. That's annoying. GG. Wait, what the heck? Holy cow. Why did our thing not work? But Home Slice Henry, dude. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. I was tuning in for a bit. Saw you testing some of the new system. Too much energy on the Diggersby. Wait. Maybe I need to like refresh something in case we get more raids. Because the best part of raiding somebody is like you see, you know, their reaction, their unique thing that pops up. And silly old me. Sometimes I have to like refresh this. Where is it? Alert box, I think that's it. Okay. Well, I appreciate the raid, sir. Here we go, next battle. Yeah, we can test out the preview cup at some point. Any chance of Ultra League today? I wasn't planning on Ultra League, but I mean, never say never. Shout out to Justin Bieber. I guess we'll shield the first here. Try to fight for Switch. The Morpeko safe swap is pretty bold. Kind of wish I Trailblaze to do more damage here, but it is what it is. This is pretty bad. Because he just simply gets off another, only takes 2 Volt Switches. And is that even enough for him to, for me to Fairy Wind down? Even goes for 6. Smart. So only 3 off of potential Psychic Fangs. Don't love this. He's at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clears his debuff and stores the Shadow Ball, so I'm in Shadow Ball range. So I just lose. Yeah, so he just lets this go. Shadow Ball knocks me out, and then he still has a shield for my floor, just unfortunately. Oh. I guess he has a multitude of options here. Multitude of options. Double up. Throw immediately. Aegis Slash. Darn. The team was starting so promising, and I do feel like in one of those losses we did have some play. That last battle, that's a pretty crazy team, right? Anytime you're playing like more Pekko, Aegis Slash, you know, I think it's going to be mostly like alignment based. But the previous game, that Diggersby team, we definitely had some more play. Nice music. What is it? I'm glad you like it. This is just our copyright-free playlist on Epidemic Sounds. Swampert. It's a little scary. Six. Remember, with the Mudshot rework, Swampert's going to pace 5-4 to its attacks. Well, that's good. That was an incredible game. Did you guys see the decision making, the counting, the plays? No, no respect for Trailblaze. Has anyone commented, Rise, why no Disarming Voice? You know, I've got nothing against Disarming Voice. In fact, I might even be nostalgic towards Disarming Voice. I think it's a great option, but I think Trailblaze is a viable option as well, especially with a lot of water types in the meta right now. We get a positive set, a little rookety for the road. 30-14. Not too shabby. And that probably could have been a 4-1. I feel like that one game I misplayed somewhere. It wasn't like a clear-cut game, but I think there definitely was something I could have done because we had pretty favorable alignment. (3-2). Will I play the Campinas regional in Brazil? Absolutely. I wouldn't miss a Brazilian regional for the world. Is he joking? Is he serious? I'm not going to reveal. You're going to have to delineate on your own. Mantine, what? Mantine? Mr. A-Coin, hello, hello. How are you today? We're attempting to catch a water pulse. But we did not catch a water pulse. We caught an aerial ace. This isn't that bad, though, because learning this out could be beneficial for us. 6 on Mr. Stunfisk. 7, 8, 9, 10. One pass double discharge. Let's see if he opts for mud bomb or discharge. If he mud bombs, he should be 5 away, right? He discharges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Charge attack priority. Considering it's a Mantine lead, though, we have to be a little bit concerned about the back Pokemon also being like a ground type. I catch something, I get a Voltage through, I save a move. All those things could be positive, but what's in back? Another ground type like we were concerned about. Don't love this. Have to shield. I'm surprised he went for the mud bomb, but it's a nice play. I'm forgetting Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace is 45 now, so it's like 665. It's like Frost Last counts. Shields. Oh, man. I get one very boosted Fairy Wind here. Bro, so close. I mean, we got double hard countered in the back. Double hard countered in the back, and it came down to one fast attack. Dang. Dang. Maybe if I shielded that mud shot, we could have, or that mud bomb, we could have actually won that. Adventures. Whoa. We are seeing spice galore today. Okay, so bit of a mistake by me to not go for the Trailblaze there. We learned something. We learned a matchup where by chilling Watering, even if he lets it go, I still don't even get the farm down. So definitely a bit of a mistake. And Ufisk breaks our core in the back here pretty bad, so that's quite unfortunate. I think we might be cooked here. 5. Throws again, or lets me throw again is interesting. Not a whole lot we can do at this point. Sag, tough little stretch here. We'll keep running the team for the remainder of this set. Because we're seeing some kind of crazy stuff, and I don't know how much of it has really been the team versus some crazy teams we're seeing. So I'm going to finish the remainder of this set. And whatever happens, happens. I think we're 0-2 this set. Let's check. Yeah. I'll finish out the remainder of the set, and maybe we'll switch up the team for the next set if this one doesn't go too well for us. River of Peace, are you crashing out? Are you crashing out over a GBL loss? I've been there. I've been there. What's up, Bowley? Welcome in. Okay. The Bink. 6. 7. Whoa. Catch a weather ball here, most likely. He threw at, I think he threw at 5. And that was 3. I think he was 3 off, so I had to throw. Torterra, wow. Torterra Gaming. Get a shield. He threw instantly, right? I think I'm just gonna put it on. Oh. That was kind of smart. Undercharging the Sand Tomb to get another Mud Slap. Because now he gets off his Sand Tomb first, which is pretty annoying. I throw on alignment because who cares about timing, am I right? Almost a certain Sand Tomb. But I think I just get to double Hydro. I think the question is double Hydro enough? Oh, man. It's not. So I just lose. Holy cow. He Moonblasts? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. At some point there, I forgot he no longer had any shields. Had I remembered that, I could have, like, cleared my debuff and then just thrown earlier, being, like, 3 away. At some point there, I forgot he no longer had shields. I thought he still had a shield for some reason. Call him crazy. Okay, interesting matchup. Catch this. We'll see what his Gator answer is. Fisk, okay. Over farming, he's at 6. And this person shields, suspecting that their Fisk may be valuable to them. They throw at, was that 8? Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13. shields. This is pretty awk sauce. Oh, man. I don't like this one bit. We had to get tricky, chat. We had to get tricky, and I think we're good. Unless we lag. Chat, I need you to chant it with me. I need you to cross your fingers. I need us to say no lag. No lag. Yes. Thank you, Regional Variants. It's on the left side. Bro, I made such a nice play, like such a 5-head play to not combo, anticipating that he was going to anticipate that I combo to win the game, and the game says, no, Chris, not today. We're not going to reward your really smart play. We're just going to say you lose because we don't like you and we want to annoy you. That's what they said. They sent an email. They're like, haha, that's cute, Rise, anticipating that he's going to anticipate you combo so you actually stay in and then you win the game that way, but not so fast. 1 turn lag. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. This isn't that bad for Florge, but we'll save swap Gator. Licky licky. If I had to guess, right, it could be like a Quag in the back, which would be kind of unfortunate. Kind of lost track of Licky's energy, if I'm being honest. Licky's got a lot of energy. And of course they have Ironhead. Why wouldn't they have Ironhead? I guess maybe people are running it now for Tinkaton. So maybe it's like more sensible. So much Quag. Problem here is it's kind of a 50-50, right? He's gonna like anticipate. Yeah. So he anticipates the combo. Or not anticipate the combo, but anticipate I'd prefer to throw my move. Gets off 2 air cutters. What still existed? Licky Licky still exists. Don't tell me it's going to happen again. No. No. Not again. Not 2 games in a row. Please, spare me, Niantic. Scopely. I beg you. Left side. Hydro Cannon. Thank you. Bro. Okay, 2-3, but like it should have been a 3-2, so I'm annoyed. It should have been a 3-2.
Rises to the occasion, and takes the grand championship here.
All right. I'm gonna keep going. What's up, Soph? Yes, surely that's how it's going to work. If you guys have specific teams you'd like me to run, I'm open to changing up the team, but we'll keep it going because theoretically it should be 3-2, 3-2. And I like, if teams are going positive, I like keeping them. Ninetales, a little bit weird because you never really know what their second attack is, and then they might get cute and start baiting you, or they catch. Onto Malamar, interesting. Shadow Malamar. We're kind of sacrificing... Oh. Sacrificing Fort here to some extent, knowing there's a Ninetales waiting for it. He's at 6. Oh. Fort God. He's at 9 embers. It's a lot of embers. Okay, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to throw my Chilling Water. What just happened? Did he wait to see what was coming in? Or maybe he lagged a turn. Interesting. Beak Buddy asks for a basketball analogy of the match that was stolen from me. It would be like... I don't know. It would be like we have a baseline out of bounds and we're inbounding. And it's like an alley-oop. And our guy has like an uncontested alley-oop running towards the hoop. And then the referee like blows his whistle and like takes it away. It's like, wait, no. I I don't know. That's basically what it was. Yeah, maybe he lagged. Maybe he lagged. Unfortunate. Oh, Forge wins that cap tie anyway. That's good to know. I actually wasn't sure. Welcome in, H. Shira. Looks like we might air out of this game here. I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Yo, my fellow Discord friends in that certain server, was this knowledge? Was this like said that this testing thing was happening they were laying out, and I just didn't see it? I wasn't aware this was happening. But I think it's, it's probably a good idea, right, to get some more feedback. Battle start. Bro! We start winning a few games and they don't want to see us play anymore. They're like, that's enough, Rise. 2 wins in a row. Gotcha. Lee Garden says, not gonna lie, you looks plural handsome. Are you talking about my in-game character? Thank you. He's kind of dripped out. I used to wear a t-shirt in-game, but I kind of changed it. Am I gonna play the new system? Yeah, we can do the new system. So is the new system, it doesn't count towards your Bro, is the game malfunctioning? Let me restart my app. We just aired out 3 times in a row. Oh, it does count. Interesting. For some reason, I thought it was like a separate thing, but I guess that makes more sense. Also realizing this just is kind of a crazy pick that hard punishes us. Do we think this is a real team? God of February, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I think that's a snipe. Unless someone has been playing this guy, because that's just an auto lose to Talon. I guess Talon's not the most common thing right now, but my suspicious list. Whether that was a snipe or not, it seemed kind of like it, but that is one thing that kind of begs the question with, like, GBL counting towards points. I think overall it is a good thing, right? Give people another opportunity, another format for points. What do Rise and Santa have in common, Ann asks. I'm not sure. Oh, Luigi, I missed your message. Were you the game that we had the Trailblaze banked and we lagged at the end? I kind of crashed out after that. The Rise crash out version. But good game nonetheless. Hey man, a question for relative beginner. I feel like I'm spreading out my Stardust way too much. Do you have a rule of thumb until how low in terms of people I should focus? That's a great question. Maybe I can elaborate that more after this game. Try to come back to that. Okay, this is a matchup I kind of wanted to see. Because Miss Kelsey K, not to be confused with K Kelsey, two different people. She taught me in this matchup, actually. You Trailblaze first. So what if our opponent decides to save a Sky attack or throw it still? Kind of put them in an awkward spot here where you can like overfarm and you're boosted. So you might force them out. Down 2 shields here, which doesn't seem like a great thing, but a catch, but it's been Diggersby or Quag every time. Our Fortress has not been given a good time here, unfortunately. Every time. Interesting. shoot. Oh, this is so close. Might even be a tie. Tie. Wow. Obviously, if I threw the Hydro Cannon there immediately, I win. But I also leave myself vulnerable to the catch, right? So at least we get out with a tie versus a loss, considering I mean, we had Fortress aligned with a Quag in the back. Okay, first Tink lead we've seen. Let's see what the response is here. Maybe Licky. Whoa. Okay. They tried to call the bait, but we followed the Rise rule of baiting. We followed the Rise rule of baiting there. That was textbook. That was textbook Rise rule of baiting. We're just going to let ourselves get fairy winded down here to keep alignment. I've kind of lost track of Tinkaton. Need to be a little bit more disciplined on our counting. Swampert's a little bit scary here because I'm behind. So we're actually not out of the woods just yet. Wait. It doesn't look like the switch timer is up yet. But hopefully I don't throw the game here. Yeah, okay, nice. He got a slight head start. 3 charge attacks were thrown, but we should still be good here. He'll knock us out with the hammer, but we still have a healthy Fortress. What is the Rise rule of baiting? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, Mr. Spinach. It's a very simple rule. The Rise rule of baiting states you always sometimes bait 50% of the time, occasionally never. As long as you follow that rule, I mean, it works every time. Gonzalo asks, does the Funny Cup affect Elo? According to chat, it seems like it does. It does count. Oh, wait, let me revisit the question that was asked in chat. David asked a question, are championship points on leaderboard given out end of season or continuously? Yeah, it's end of season. End of season. So whatever the final leaderboard is. Hung asks, hey man, a question for relative beginner. I feel like I'm spreading out my Stardust way too much. Do you have a real thumb? Yeah, so like what you want to settle for Pokemon ranks, it really depends. Like, if you have something that's quite accessible, like, I I don't know. Maybe it's not as accessible like anymore as it used to be, but like a Zoomer, like everyone, there was like some Merrill events, everyone had the Zoomer. I don't think you really want to settle for like in a Zoomer that's like below level or rank like, I don't know, 80 or something. Like if you're like a rank 80 Azumarill, like for me, you might want to wait until you have a better one. But then when you have Pokemon that are harder to come by, for example, like, you know, a Corsola, or like an extreme example would be like a Giratina, right? Like you don't want to be stingy with your Giratina rank. You kind of just, if it's decent enough, you want to send it. So it kind of depends on like how accessible the Pokemon is first. And then you also can look at PvPoke and you compare different IVs on the PvPoke matrix to show you like, okay, I have a rank 40, I can compare it to a rank 1 and see if it like drops any matchups compared to the rank 1. And if it doesn't really drop any significant matchups, then maybe you're fine just building the rank 40. So yeah. When I first started PvPing, I didn't really know much about IVs, right? So like I have a lot of just random stuff built that I've had to rebuild over the years. So there's a lot of Pokemon I have like multiple of, which obviously isn't the most dust efficient thing in the world. But yeah. Oh, the rank of the Mon in the Great League ranking. Okay, I misunderstood. We'll come back. Yo, why do those bug bites chunk so much? I give him a big head start. So I don't know if he can actually like flip this now, but the thing is, if he flips it, we could abuse the fact that we've got like sort of got two alt answers. I take it back. I'm actually going to shield because I've got all this energy that'll go far against Altaria. I'm actually going to come in with Florge, because the fact that he swapped out immediately tells me whatever's in the back might have decent play against Florge. So I think I'm going to utilize my Florge here. He is triple debuffed on Altaria. Throws here. We're just going to let this go.
Drink a little water, feel a little better. You do what you gotta, babe.
I think I have options here. He's still debuffed, so the Astonishes aren't super threatening. He comes back in alt. We just get rid of it. We can Shadow Claw down our Araquanid, or we can just get to a Hydro against Corsola, and he'll be switch locked. The variety of Pokemon we're seeing today is wild. Araquanid makes an appearance. Shout out to Axon and his Araquanid. That one NAIC. Consistency today. Consistency has been the key. 3-2. Should have been a 3-2, 2-3. One turn lag. And then a 3-2. They call me Mr. 3-2. Just kidding. I don't know if anyone really calls me that. Oh, wait, that was a 3-1-1. That was a 3-1-1, actually. I was like, well, how did we gain so many points?
From slumber, although you can't. And when you're dreaming, you
Speaking of its accent, in the chat.
little deep
What is up, man?
dancing around. Baby, there is only one way, and that's the slow decay. Get a little earthy when
I saw I am getting the week off
the green's so tired.
in Battle Frontier.
Your shape, feeling sleepy.
What am I gonna do with so much time on my hands? I don't know. Lil Muffin. Is Lil Muffin affiliated with another Muffin I know, or is it separate? Unaffiliated.
Baby, there is only one way, and that's the slow decay. Get a little earthy with me. I'll pull you down like rain. So tired, I can tell from your
Gotcha.
shape. Feeling sleepy, yeah, you can beat the slow.
He lets me tomb first. Interesting. Because now Payback doesn't even two-shot me. I'm pretty sure. Maybe no Payback, Ironhead. People are on Ironhead now for Tinkaton, apparently. New meta. It's a little bit awkward still. Five. Because he probably shields this. He tries to get my shield, and then he combos with the Corb, you know? I see where your head's going, Mr. Muffins. So maybe I let this go. Mud Bomb? We're gonna have to go over 100. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. Charizard. if it was anything that could have taken for Alligator's energy, we might have been in. I think we were cooked, but Shadow Charizard, no shields. Pokey Mango is on the clip leaderboard? What? Let's go, baby. Fortress is a pretty weird lead to deal with. this off is kind of nice. Don't try this at home, kids. Do not swap your Feraligatr into a Fortress. Five. Throws at 6. Shields. I think I let it go. Wanted to make sure we don't catch on Gator. A lot of energy on our own fort saved. But it's always a Quag. 5. I think Jelly's like at least 3 away from a move, right? And Quag only has like 1 mud shot at most, so I think I'm fine. Nice. GG's, as they say. Lowry asks, who's my NBA MVP this year? I mean, I'm going to copy exactly what Brian Windhorst said, the GOAT, Brian Windhorst. My heart wants to say Wemby, because I feel like he is just, by definition, the most valuable player. But I'd probably give it to SGA with what he's done. He's had like a historically great and efficient season. This has been one of the craziest NBA MVP races. And for those that don't really follow the NBA, apologies for rambling on this topic, but like between Nikola Jokic, SGA, Wemby, and Luka, even Luka averaged 33.5 points per game and wasn't even a finalist for MVP. He led the league in scoring and also had crazy assist and rebounding numbers. And he wasn't even a top 3 finalist. What on earth? Yo! Just Dirk, thank you so much for the raid, man. It seems like my raid thing isn't working today. I tried refreshing it. So my apologies on that. But good to see you, Dirk. Will I be seeing you at any events in the near future, potentially? And yeah, the Joker voter fatigue definitely is a real thing. Preview Cup is on the new system that they're trying to implement. Oh, they waited a turn? Okay. So they're dry. Five. shields. The chilling water at this point is probably kind of pointless. Yeah, I should have just trailblazed. This will be interesting. Whatever's in the back has like sweep potential or not. Moltres. The concern I'm seeing here is, can he still knock us out with a Brave Bird? If he has to double fly, we might be okay. Now, maybe I should have caught that. He catches, but like we throw this anyway at Corv. And we come out with a Hydro. Payback doesn't KO us. I would think Gator wins the Molt CMP, or no? Is that like IV dependent? Maybe IV dependent? Looks like Gator gets it. Feraligator says, see ya later. Tyreek Fan 8, hello. You thought this whole season was the new system? Well, I mean, it was supposed to be originally, right? But they decided to pull it back after there was too many issues. And once again, shout out to Just Dirk for the raid. Appreciate you, man. What's going on with our alerts? I have to look into it. Okay, we don't really like this because we're kind of ABA weak. It is Bug Bite, however, which is better. Better than if it was Volt Switch. Assuming they Rock Tomb me here, I think I'm going to go just straight into Gator. Is Tink a must run? I would not say so. I think it's very strong. It's very powerful. Gigaton Hammer is kind of busted. But a must run, no, not necessarily. I'll shield. I might regret it, but okay. Catches on Jelly. Keeping that fortress around is definitely a little bit annoying. Throws after 5. Baits me. Wait, that was just Surf, no? Hmm. Three. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I like have to throw. This is so annoying. I don't. That's bad. That's real bad. I might have got the CMP here that I needed. But is that going to be enough to win still? No, it's not going to be enough because my move isn't going to KO. Do Moonblast. I think I lagged a turn. Shouldn't matter too much, but the problem is Sand Tomb's just not going to be enough for us here. We faint as we get to the winning Sand Tomb. Unfortunate. Wow. Carbink is annoying, man. Carbink is annoying. We had 3 Pokemon that like all have play against Carbink, and I couldn't make it work. I must have... I definitely had some sort of win con there. We just had 3 Pokemon, all with like a little bit of health, a little bit of energy, and I couldn't find the necessary requirement to win it. I guess maybe if I had like Rock Tombed the Carbink instead, I don't know. Or like maybe swap Gator instead. Swap Gator first. Yeah, we've been opting for Trailblaze. I would say it's been more helpful overall than unhelpful. Which is on Gorg. He didn't throw immediately. Jeez. That's not good. Okay. Doesn't impact too much, at least. I wonder if it's like double Incinerate, you think? You got like a Talon in the back? To fire the energy at least. He'll get to another Hydro against Fort. Huh. Had I swapped quicker, I think I would have won, but I think I kind of threw, actually. Unfortunately, we're not on the new system, so we shouldn't get DRE. But we get DRE. I think. Well. You win some, you lose some. For 1, we did not deserve to win that game, theoretically. It was DRE, but we'll take it. We had a few games taken away from 1-turn lag today, so I guess it's trying to balance it out. The first Pokemon Go World Champion, along with Mr. Moweedle, of course, but in the Masters division. Welcome in, Mr. Dancing Rob. Why is the third set a 3-1-1? Yes. Because we tied a game. Pranav. Shiny Tink, very cool. Going for the straight Bulldoze to chip me and then maybe help whatever comes in secure the next matchup. And he gets the debuff. Unfortunate for us. It is 50% though, right? So tough thing here is Tink Lap is pretty ABA to Fort. He swaps in, wow. So that's probably going to allow him to get to another Sparkling later is his idea. I think he goes for the hammer. I don't know, chat. This is close because he's gonna get to 2 moves and he's gonna get to a Sparkling Aria. I guess he probably lets this go. Yeah, makes sense. Make the catch. Had I just thrown the Chilling Water, though, I think I would have been fine. Had I just thrown the Chilling Water, I would have been fine. So I could have made that a little bit more clean than it needed to be. But a nice catch to win the game. Alex Brown, hello. I have a local tournament I'm going to this weekend. Whoa. Drago. nice farm here. I'll take it. Pretty favorable comp for me. We like debuffing the last Pokemon. It's fun. Yeah, Chilling Water is 100% debuff. Tough comp for Elam there. Not a whole lot he could have done, I think. We did make a nice Surf catch on our Gator as well. That kind of made it more dominant, but Jelly doesn't have a whole lot of place to go, so as long as we can, like, keep the Regidrago in a good spot. Am I going to the Indianapolis Regional? I am, yes. I am going there. Another fort. We'd rather see Bug Bite here. It is Bug Bite. Home Slice is really good with his specific matchup knowledge. I think he was saying, like, you like never make this do less Bug Bite damage or something with Florges, like it always does too, or is that wrong? Does it take like multiple Chilling Waters? I forget. Dundozo. Stop shaking my mic. It's disrupting your viewing experience. Is this a reference to the ruling today, or are you being for real? I'm gonna be honest, I forget this thing's moves. Outrage and Surf. He baited me. How dare you? Oh, this head start is huge. I'm going to be honest, I was not tracking energy very well there. So I think I'm just going to assume that Dundozo has a move and Fortress has a Rock Tomb. Do this. Hopefully Hydro's enough here. It's not enough. Oh no, that could be costly.
Yeah, you wanna put that dish in your mouth.
Okay.
Wish you could slide into my
We win. I think. I think. I don't think I'm in 1 Dragon Breath range. Oh, I have a Rock Tomb! Embarrassing. Misplay. Actually, no. BM, that was the necessary play. First time chatter Drew says, Rise, you're a G. I appreciate it, Drew. I think you're a G, actually. Shearer says, even with 4 debuffs, the bites still do 2 damage. Same for non-shadow? What the heck? That's crazy. Does that have to do with, like, Florges' stats? Does it have, like, a low defense? I feel like it's not that low defense, is it? Talent, interesting. See what he does here. Let's it go. Whoa. Probably a misplay, honestly. But we should be fine. Actually, will we be? I probably should have banked energy first. I think I CMP'd him. Yeah, I think not banking energy first might have been a oversight by me. I just kind of swapped. If he has Hydro Pump, he has Hydro Pump. It's probably more likely now with the rise of Tinkaton. Okay, but luckily no Hydro Pump. Unless he's trying to be... big braining us here. GG. Also, Mr. K does stuff. Thank you so much for the sub with Twitch Prime. Once again, sorry my alerts don't seem to be working today. We'll look to get that fixed for next stream. Circling back to the question of, like, should you focus on the PV poke rankings for Mons to get? I think, like, to some degree, yeah. To some degree, like, the PV poke rankings are a good showing of, like, what Pokemon are good and viable in the meta. But you also want to make sure they have, like, synergy with each other, right? So you don't want to have, like, 3 steel types necessarily. they're almost certainly going to pivot into something. And the awkward thing is Wiggly keeping this much health around. Yeah, it's going to be problematic. Could even be a Talon. And we get debuffed, dude. Oh my god, this is horrible. I think that immediate Scorching Sands debuff is really bad. It looks like we still do kind of two-shot over time with the claws. Wow, he's willing to let it go. Interesting. Yeah, just double ground. Well, that's unfortunate. Pretty crazy, like, ABA to a Talonflame lead, but we've seen a lot of that today. We've seen a lot of pretty crazy, like, ABA to Talon. Yeah, I'm not even gonna play this out, which may seem a little bit premature, but the fact that he still has a decent chunk of health on both his other normal types, I just don't think we're gonna win that one. Still a 4-1 set. Let's go, baby. Nice climbs today, actually. Let's go. We started just over 3,000. 3118. Do I have another set? I do. I have a 6th bonus set banked. Rise, how do you have a 6th set banked? That's impossible. What can I tell you? Magic. Magic. What's up, Skelecan? I'm glad you are enjoying the music. This is just our simple Epidemic Sounds playlist. More of like instrumental music rather than your typical stuff. But I enjoy it. I think it's pretty chill. Just that level of battler, Marv. Yes. We may have entered the Q time zone. So the Preview Cup, guys, is the new system that they're laying out and they're planning on. They did already lay it out right at the start of the season, but they decided to roll it back because there was too many issues. So the Preview Cup is the new system where DRE, as we know it, is consistent. So meaning you should get the Chart Attack off on DRE consistently on the new system. It definitely looks a little bit different. Yeah, the new damage application is different as well. Since we're starting to get a Q time here, I mean, I could Q in. We'll see what happens here if we get a Q. What is DRE? You speak Spanish. DRE refers to the damage registration error, which if we're getting into specifically what that is, it refers to when your Pokemon takes damage one turn prior to firing off a fast attack or not. So there are certain situations, right? Let's say I'm 2 Fairy Winds away from a move and 1 Incinerate is going to KO me. The way the game has always functioned has been most of the time you don't get off that attack when you do 2 fairy winds and the Incinerate knocks you out. Because it's 4 turns and the charge attack queuing versus 5 turns. The way it's like supposed to work, quote unquote, is that you do get the move off. So in the new system, it's supposed to be consistent where you get off that attack. Silly Goofy says, any advice on PvP? I get this question all the time, and I always say, first of all, just get those typings down. If you know your typings down pat, that's a big deal. Okay, we're gonna get into game on the new system for those that have been asking. The Preview Cup. So you already see based off the intro, it looks a little bit different. The Go font is different. It's just different is the way I would describe it. Like you throw and it like almost freezes for a second as they get their attack through. I'm going to take this. Attack fell. We've got a good answer here. Feels pretty smooth thus far. The fact that he stayed in the lead at first makes me think whatever's in the back probably isn't a hard punish to Florges. I'm gonna shield, save this energy. I thought about going Gator there, but we come Florge. He shields. Using my last shield could be cause for concern here. He commits a shield. He is debuffed. So Fire Punch might not kill. It doesn't. He probably catches on lap. Makes sense. I'm okay with this, though, because what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to let the Diggersby most likely farm me down. And I can make sure I align my Feraligatr with the Diggersby. So sometimes you just kind of have to let yourself get farmed down. You will get to a Scorching Sands first here. Oh. But he top lefts because whatever was in the back probably couldn't handle the energy that the Fortress had. So you can tell it looks a lot different, and a lot of people are saying it's really bad, they don't like it, but I think you have to keep in mind we've been so used to the system that I think part of it is just that it's different versus that it's necessarily bad. And we're definitely not used to it. So your immediate reaction when playing it might be like, oh, this is so bad, but like, why is it bad? Because it feels different than we're used to. Right, yeah, it is already implemented in grunt battles, but I feel like not just in this game, but like in any game, right? Single player versus online is always gonna feel a little bit different as well. I think that like compared to where it was, right, when they originally rolled it out, noticeably better, right? Maybe it's not yet where it needs to be, but when it first rolled out at the start of the season, for those that remember, it was like, it was borderline unplayable. And it's definitely an improvement. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of promise there. What is my favorite form of potatoes? What a great question. It depends how we're grading this scale, right? Because if we're going strictly off taste, it's hard for me to go against like French fries. However, French fries with the oil, the fat, I feel like that downgrades it. So perhaps like air fried potato, like air fried potato wedges, like homemade fries, you know, air fried fries with like some salt are kind of bomb. Kind of bomb. Madrid says, hi, Rise. I disagree a bit. The damage application not showing how much HP you lost from a charge move is bad. Also, every time a move is used, it feels like someone quit. So, yes, we're aware of this, right? And there's been some people in the background that have been like playtesting this. And we're aware of a lot of these things, Madrid. And they're working on the brief pause you see after a charge attack is something that that's been like a key thing that they've been working on, that a lot of us have pointed out, where there's like that brief pause that looks kind of weird, and they're trying to mitigate that as much as possible. It's a lot better than it used to be. And yes, the damage application not showing, yeah, the HP bar, the health bar has been changed a lot, and at one time it was even like snapping and pulling back, which I wasn't really noticing. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention in that game we just did, but I wasn't really noticing that as much. Also, chat, plug YouTube, Twitch people. Do I have a submissions command? I might. What if I try it plural? Nope, no submissions command. In the link of my YouTube videos, there is the battle submission form. If any people want to submit some battles this week, I only have so many battles, right, that I can play myself to make for some YouTube vids. So if anyone has some epic battles or a team they like or a spicy pick that goes well for them, feel free to submit your battles. Google form is in the description of every YouTube video. We've got all 3 leagues as well, so open to all leagues. What's up, Mr. Spinach? Joe Zebo in the house. Yeah, this is it's a very wide meta right now. I feel like the meta might be as wide as it's ever been honestly, for Open Great League. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that? You get nervous, Blank? No need to be nervous. Oh, this is the person that had the Ferrothorn before. They've changed it. They hit Legend since they sniped us, allegedly. I can't prove it. But they ran Ferrothorn, Charge-a-Bug, Diggersby to like perfectly counter this team. Okay. I goofed up, but like, this is pretty bad. Oh boy, chat. Oh boy. I'm really curious if this person is sniping or just coincidentally RPSing us. Because the previous one seemed like kind of like a blatant snipe. That one was more of like a, I can't really beat that team, but maybe more realistic. Shout out to Baba Boy hitting Legend on the back of a Rise snipe, allegedly. Can't prove it. Protect myself from the law. What's up, Goo? Ever since I moved, I never get to watch you live anymore. I just wanted to say I love your content and positive attitude. Good luck on the battles today. Thank you so much. What a nice thing to say. This song is called Angle Blade. No, sorry, Angel Blade. It was far away. Angel Blade. I don't really know a lot of these songs. This is just a playlist I found that I kind of liked because sometimes, well, for YouTube specifically, right, it's copyright free, which is great. And then also I do find when I have my regular playlist, and it's like more, you know, modern songs, like pop songs or like mainstream songs, country songs even, I start to like sing along, and then sometimes that distracts me. I get more into the song than I get into the battle. Versus when there's like no lyrics really, I like concentrate more. Corey, the Preview Experimental Cup is the new system that they did lay out at the beginning of this season, but there were too many issues with it. So they decided to roll it back and then do some play testing to make some fixes. And now they're seeming to re-roll out the latest version of it, or one of the latest versions of it, in the Preview Cup to get more feedback, spot more bugs. Well, here's the thing, Lightning Ninja, and when it's the mainstream songs, like my Spotify playlist, that's when the VODs are muted sound-wise. But I change the settings when I do this playlist because it's not copyright, so the music stays in the VOD when I do this. But sometimes on like Thursdays especially, right? Throwback Thursday, I feel like I have to play my Throwback Thursday playlist. So we can get some like Bleeding Love, Leona Lewis, you know? Well, chat, for the however manyth time this season, we have entered the Q time zone.
Pure drama, pure theatre,
Pure dance.
pure dance!
16, 6, and 1. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Wait, what are we this set? 1 and 1? Chat, what NBA games are tonight? How many games? I assume like Lakers, Rockets, Spurs. Oh wait, did the Spurs play yesterday? No, they didn't. The playoffs are tough to keep track of. Do we know if Kevin Durant is back yet for the Rockets? You know, it was kind of cool when I did the Houston Regional. The Toyota Center where the Rockets play is literally like right across the street from the convention center. So from where I was staying to the convention center, I would like walk by the Toyota Center every day. Looking to TM any shadows of the upcoming event? Yes. I have a Shadow Altaria I need to TM, I think. Shadow Altaria. How about you? You got any shadows you're going to TM? Do I watch any NHL? I do not. It's like the one sport I really have never followed too closely. But I did go to a hockey game for the first time like last year. Since I live in Dallas now, I went to a Stars game. Favorite non-All-Star NBA player that's never played for the Bucks? Whoa. Zach Randolph had to have been an All-Star at some point, right? Was Zebo ever an All-Star? He must have been. Who could I pull out of my bag? Yeah, I'm with you, Jason. It was a lot of fun. Two-time All-Star makes sense. One person I liked was Marcin Gortat, because they called him the Polish Hammer, and I remember as a kid, I would play 2K with my friends, and I like trolled one of them, and I only scored. It was when Marcin Gortat was on the Wizards, and I only scored with Marcin Gortat, and I had like 89 points with Marcin Gortat, and I won. But I won't say him. I've never thought about this. The non-Bucks part makes it more difficult for me, because I would immediately go to like some Bucks players. I don't know if Brandon Jennings was never an All-Star, was he? DJ3. Oh, I thought of one. Matt Bonner. Matt Bonner on the Spurs. The Red Rocket. 3-point sharpshooter. Oh, you know who else I liked? Boris Diaw. Played for the Suns as a role player. Played for the Spurs for a while. Why did the Bucks trade Chris Middleton? And apologies, guys, that we're getting into deep NBA talk while we sit in here in queue. Once we get a game, we'll get straight into more Pokemon talk. But I don't know, man. They thought they were getting someone like younger in Kyle Kuzma, as Chris Middleton is kind of past his prime now. But like, the thing is, if you're gonna trade away Chris Middleton, who's meant so much to the Bucks franchise, like, at least make sure it's an upgrade. Kuzma has not been good, and it's frustrating. Yeah, Boris Diaw. What a legend. Marquette plays Michigan next year. Uh-oh. I did see Marquette landed some, like, one of the top people in the transfer portal, which is good because Shaka Smart, our coach, like, he totally turned around the program that had been pretty mediocre for several years. But he was very big on, like, guys that want to go there and stay for, like, 4 years and wasn't going to, like, recruit transfers. But now with the whole NIL thing, with college athletes getting money, getting paid, basically, you kind of have to, like, play the transfer portal. So we got, like, no transfers last year, basically, and Marquette was pretty bad. So now it seems like they're giving in and they're finally going into, like, the transfer portal route. What's my all-time starting five? I love that question. I don't think I've ever given my all-time starting five. And again, this is not my top 5 players of all time. This is my all-time starting 5. I would go, hot take for the old-timers, Steph Curry at the 1. I'd pick Steph over Magic. Michael Jordan at the 2. Let's come back to this. Pokemon. Another Shadow Talon. Three. Florges at the 3. For Alligator at the 4. Guzzlord at the 5. I think he might have lagged a turn there. Okay, the weird thing is, I feel like there's no way that my Gator is going to have play in the back with the Talon lead. But I think I still have to come in with Fort here. 2 shield Ape, interesting. Ooh, I don't know, chat. This is weird. Ow. Okay, I only get 1 move off here. But I should be, what, 3 off? 3 off Rock Tomb. So as long as Furret hasn't doubled up, I should be fine. I think Rock Tomb should KO after this next Volt Switch has landed. He does have Brick Break. The Fortress. The Fortress, let's go. Nice win. 1 Steph Curry. All-time starting 5. 2 Jordan. Now, that's pretty uncontroversial. When you get to the next spots, that's where I feel like it gets kind of weird. Because I would almost prefer to have Braun as like my 4. Versus Braun as my 3. Yeah, I'm going to go controversial. I'm going to go Kobe and Jordan. Kobe and Jordan. Braun at the 4. And then the 5. The 5, you can go Kareem, really. You could go a few different options. But I would probably just go with Shaq, personally. I'd probably just go with Shaq. I think Shaq was just such a physically dominant force. Because if I'm building my all-time starting 5, right, I'm not necessarily saying, like, who is the best 5 all-time. Because I wouldn't have Steph Curry, right, in, like, my top 5 all-time players, necessarily. He's probably more like top 10, top 12. But I think Steph, what he's done, he's just like so valuable as a shooter. That's why, like, if I'm making my top 5 all time, I'd even consider having Kevin Durant in there. And I'm not like the biggest Kevin Durant guy. But Kevin Durant's a guy you can just plug in. 7 feet tall, great shooter. Maybe I should Trailblaze first here, actually. I don't really see how we get ourselves out of this one. I think this is kind of over. Because even with 2 debuffs, the Gigaton Hammer just probably still knocks out. Oh boy. Oh boy. This ain't gonna feel good. I'm gonna spare my fortress the flamethrower. I'm sparing him. We're not gonna see our fortress get melted. Where's Westbrook for me? I mean, Westbrook is kind of like a tier below, right? Westbrook in his prime was so great, but I don't know. I don't know if Westbrook would be in my top 30. Is that too harsh? It's probably somewhere in like the 30 to 50 range. What's up, Monahan? How are you? Because, like, most people would consider Tim Duncan the greatest power forward of all time. And I'd agree. I think Tim Duncan's the best power forward of all time. But, like, if I'm making my all-time starting 5, I don't know if I'm putting Duncan in there necessarily. Because here's the thing. I'll be the first to say, I'm not really a huge Kevin Durant guy. But, like, all-time starting 5, you could even go, like, Steph, Jordan, LeBron, Kevin Durant to, like, space the floor. Because I think the biggest knock on Kevin Durant is, has he ever really been, like, a leader, you know? Which is kind of like what are we talking about here? We're not talking stats. We're saying this, like, anecdotal stuff. Is he really a leader? But, like, I feel like you could plug in KD with those guys and then have, like, a Shaq at the 5. Oh, that might be my all-time starting 5. And I'm just going with, like, a 5 that no one can beat, you know? How many Defensive Player of the Years does Tim Duncan have? Whoa. I honestly have no idea. That's a great question. It could be 0. I'll say like 2. Jigglypuff344 asks, no Giannis on my all-time starting 5. I absolutely love Giannis. Giannis is my favorite player. I'm his biggest fan. But I'm also objective to some extent, right? So I probably wouldn't have Giannis. Giannis would be in my second team. Giannis would be in my second 5 all time. Do I work out at home or the gym? I usually go to the gym. We do have like a small fitness center where I live. But I just feel awkward because it's like a small space. So if someone else is in there, right, it just feels kind of awkward. As you guys know, I'm extremely shy. I basically don't talk at all. You're always going to go Hakeem over Shaq, but you're biased. I mean, that's fine. Hakeem was nasty. Is Pokemon a sport? That's a debate. I mean, I would say no. Because I think sport requires some extent of like a physical component, physical activity. I know Jangles. Jangles, one of my good friends in the community. He has a whole take about this on like what defines a sport. And he has some hot takes. Like he for example, he doesn't think like golf is a sport. Because I forget what his definition is. But he doesn't consider like golf a sport. I don't think he considers... Is chess a sport though? I don't think chess is really considered a sport. Really? Chess is to me, chess is a game. Chess is not a sport. And I'm not saying that as like some form of disrespect. Like, chess is incredibly complex. All the tactics they know and the hours and hours they spend. Like, it's incredibly difficult, impressive. I just don't think it falls under the category of a sport, you know? Oh, Magnar, I think, asked one of the previous songs, and I didn't respond. Shoot. It might have been Resiliencia. Resiliencia, Magnar. Mr. Spinach, thank you for the follow, sir. Yeah, don't come at the messenger. I'm just communicating what Jangles says. Come at Jangles. I would say golf is a sport, personally. He's in the ad break. Lord of Blood. Pogo is an esport. Yes. Yo, Cobra has Charles Barkley in his all-time 5. That's a hot take. Magnar, I think you might be back from the ad break now. I think it was Resiliencia. Resiliencia was the song I think you were looking for. I could be wrong, though. We are not getting cues, chat. We're going to stick it out. We're going to finish this set. We've literally got one game left. We can't just give up now. We've got one game. With these queue times here, chat, I cannot guarantee you that I will stream again tomorrow, since this is our last battle of the day. So at this elo, if we're kind of stuck in here, queue time-wise, I may not stream tomorrow. Who thinks if Luka comes back, the Lakers might make that run? You know, I think the Lakers, with a healthy Luka and Reeves, could beat anybody except the Thunder. And I'm saying that as someone that has actually picked the Spurs to win it this year. Because I picked the Spurs like literally at the start of the season, before anyone really had them as much on their radar. So I'm sticking with my Spurs pick, but OKC is probably still the favorites. Wait, so chat, someone look it up for me. I could look it up myself, but I'm asking you for a favor. What are the NBA games today? We got 3 games, maybe 2 games. Oh, let's go. Last battle of the day. The Fisk. The Pancake. A little awkward. Misplay. Misplay. getting sloppy, chat. Don't do that. Don't get sloppy in your battles. Five. Throws discharge immediately. Throwing this is probably... Not sure if that's really the right play. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But now I guess I don't necessarily need to shield, so maybe it is kind of the play. Gonna rock to him here, which I think should just kind of guarantee the win. Because if he takes it, I think we just farm down. And it also makes it so one of his charge attacks won't even knock us out from that range. GG, pretty positive day. Yesterday, I saw a wild stat. Wemby has shared the floor with 547 opponents. He's blocked 273 of them. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, we've just never seen anything like Wemby. 7'4", and just the way he moves. When I was in high school, I did this summer basketball camp, and we had a player named Diamond Stone. He was like 6'10", 6'11", was one of the top recruits in the country at the time. Didn't really like pan out in the NBA, but he went to Maryland, got drafted to the Clippers. And I had one, I specifically remember in the camp, there was like a play where he was guarding me, and I totally got him on my up and under. I like did a little like, and he like jumped by me on the up and under, but he was so dang tall, he like recovered and blocked me anyway, like on my under. And I'm like, bro, what am I supposed to do? I like totally got him. That's like what Wemby is in the NBA. Like, in the NBA, he's like not fair. Guys will get him to bite on fakes, and then he'll just come from behind and like block it anyway. It's crazy. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Like I said, look at that. We lost a point. Wow. We lost a point for our 3-2. So, we... yeah. We will not be live tomorrow. And once again, I will just shout out... Well, shout out to Home Slice Henry, by the way. But I am looking for some viewer battle submissions. So if you guys want to send them today, YouTube, there is a link in the description for battle submission forms. And I'm looking for every league, every ELO, whether you're like 2,000 ELO, 2,500, maybe even you're a legend ranked player like Home Slice Henry in the chat. Send the battles my way. And I'm looking to get some more submissions here this week, so because I'm not sure how much I'll be able to really use my own battles. But That being said, Jen Jedi, thank you for the sub. That's going to do it for today. Thank you so much, Carmander. And thank you for wishing me good luck in my local this weekend. It should be a good tournament. Let's see, we've got Areo, we've got Mish. I could raid Dylan, who's streaming. I don't know if I've ever raided Dylan before. What do we think? I don't know. Yo, thanks for hanging out, Alex Brown. Shout out to Alex Brown, by the way. I was looking in his stream the other night. Very fun, very entertaining, and a high-level player, too. I'm between Mish or Dylan. Mish has only been live 29 minutes, so maybe I'll go Mish. Feel free to check out Neuro Dylan as well. Actually, you know what? I'll raid Dylan. Why not? Thanks, Monahan, you too. Take care, everybody. See you later.